Emma Raducanu has said she will have a coach in place for the Australian Open. The British teenager, who in September stunned the world by becoming the first qualifier in history to capture a Grand Slam when she won the US Open, is currently in Austria for her final tournament of the season in Linz. The 18-year-old has been without a coach since her amazing triumph in Flushing Meadows, ruthlessly disposing of Andrew Richardson due to his lack of WTA Tour experience. Prior to that she had worked with Andrew Sears, who guided her to the last 16 in her first Grand Slam appearance at Wimbledon in July, but she parted ways with him soon after the tournament at SW19. Last month she worked with Jeremy Bates on a short-term arrangement, and has just finished a trial period with Esteban Carroll, the former coach of fellow British player Johanna Konta. The Kent player has declared she will have a mentor in place in time for the Australian Open in January. Speaking to Tennis 365 ahead of this week's Linz Open, where Raducanu was presented with flowers upon her arrival, she confirmed she would be coaching herself for the event, with her second round match scheduled for Tuesday after receiving a bye first up. I'm here on my own, I'm being my own coach again this week, which I think is really good for me long term. I'm really feeling positive about my coaching situation, it's in a good place. I'll have a coach in place at the Australian Open. I had some trials and they went well. I'm really excited to get some good work done in pre-season and we're going to have a really good time for sure. I think my game's going to be moving in the right direction, so I'm pretty excited for that. Raducanu was coy, however, when pushed on the identity of her preferred candidate. I'm in a very good position. It's just a bit confidential. It's my decision. It's not fully done, she said. Raducanu has endured mixed fortunes after returning to action following her heroics in New York. She lost her first match back at Indian Wells but then did show some form at last week's Transylvania Open, bowing out at the quarterfinal stage in Romania after losing to Marta Kostyuk. And she was dismissive of the notion that she should be. I don't have a full-time team at all, she said. I think a coach for me is the priority. It's so new to me to be in this position where I potentially could. I think it's a great privilege, but I haven't put anything in place at all. Raducanu is the number 1 seed in Linz, despite the presence of two-time Grand Slam champion Simona Halep.